All right, that was race number 6 as we move on to the 7th on the programme. The second last is a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres, headed by Breeder Stars, run-up course and distance last time out. Harbour Alert also runner-up last time, that's behind Good Companion. Happy Guy makes his Hong Kong debut, two-time winner over the trip in New Zealand. Who else but you? Impressive last start win. He's got barrier 12 though Wednesday night. Grace Hart behind Starlight last time out. Generous Heart a last start winner, and Shao Luck, well, he finished last time out behind who else but you.
Yeah, competitive race, could be competitive speed map as well. Wonderful fighter, has shown lots of pace in his races. Who else but you bangs out of the gates? He's a horse with a gate speed that really suits Happy Valley. Triumphant Jewel's got a nice light racing weight as well and a good draw. He might be able to be in the early speed battle as well. And Harbour Alert also likes to go forward, so forecast this one being pretty quick.
The non-winner in Hong Kong is Jolly Convergence. He's gone out favourite before. I think 3 starts ago he was about a $4 favourite. He works well, and that's probably why he is. He just needs to put it all together on the track. But he's going to get his opportunity, I think, from barrier number 1. Dollar Reward's going nicely. Alexi Bedell's aboard for this scallop down the back straight. He's doing it nice and cosily here. A horse that's been sort of running OK races without winning at Happy Valley, just sort of in behind the place getters. And the Generous Heart was impressive last start. He's trialled well. He's come back bigger and better this season, no question. He's put on a little bit of weight. He's put on 15 pounds, but I think he looks good for it. You know, he's enjoying his food and he's happy with life.
Excellent. It's good to hear. We will start off with another horse who's happy with life at the moment, sitting on the back of his last start win, and that is Who Else But You. But he did this from barrier 3. He's got 12 this time round. He's
going to have to work a little bit to get across. Now, he was a really good horse in his younger days when he was with Paul O'Sullivan and showed some really good gate speed. So if he can get across with Nash Willer aboard, and we know Nash is a very strong rider, I showed like he was back to some of his previous form. I like the way he lengthened out right on the post, so I'll give him another chance to run well.
Yeah, I've got him in. Gate 12 is going to be tricky. He will definitely win more races at Happy Valley, that fella, but maybe not on Wednesday night.
All right, OK. What about Harbour Alert and some more friends here? Grace Hart, Dollar Reward, who we've seen there in track work, and Happy Bao Bay.
Well, Dollar Reward I'm going to put on top here. I think he's been a little bit unlucky so far in his time in Hong Kong. He probably should have won a race by now. I don't think it's always been his fault. I think he can, off the back of what should be a strong pace, really get home very well. Harbour Alert will be one of those horses putting the pace into the race as well. But you watch Dollar Reward finish here. He was really getting going at the latter stages, and I think from a much better draw as well, just sitting in behind the pace. I see he's favourite, albeit a fairly loose one, so I think he's a good bet.
Yeah, got him in there. I've also got Harbour Alert in there as well. I think Harbour Alert can run a nice race. He's quite a versatile horse because he goes well in the all-weather as well.
Yeah, all right. Generous Heart, you mentioned he was a very impressive winner last time out. This is it.
Yep, and he's coming up with a light, well, 119 pounds now. Derek will take 2 off, so 117. He can get a nice run from barrier 3, and look, he's improved this season. There's no question whatsoever. He always showed a little bit of promise last season, but I thought he hit the line well, and we'll give him another. I'll go against my Dennis Yep 2 in a row theory and put him on top.
Second and third this track distance and grade last season as well. He's still progressive. I don't think the step up in class will be a huge problem for him. It's going to go well. All
right, that's Generous Heart. Breeder Star, another horse that comes here with great form. His jockey is Neil Callan.
Neil Breeder Star, on paper, that was his best run for the season last time out. Do you feel like he's hitting form?
Yeah, I think he's starting to come a bit now. You know, he went up the ratings last season, and he still won off, I think, 75, something like that with me, and he's held his form pretty well towards the end of the season, and this season he's taken a couple of runs to come, but his last run was a very strong run. He hit the line quite well, and I think he was just beaten by a better horse on the day.
What about from the draw from gate 9 on Wednesday night?
Oh, look, I prefer to be drawn a bit lower because then, you know, he's the type of horse that probably doesn't have a massive amount in hand. So, you know, the quicker he gets into his position, whether it be just off the speed or midfield or wherever, as long as he can just sit, the longer he's in his position and the more energy he can conserve, the more than he has for the end of the race. So, you know, if he can get that type of run, and there looks like there's plenty of speed in the race, and he can jump, go forward, hopefully settle in somewhere just off the speed, midfield, something like that. And if he can get into a position like that pretty easy without having to use up too much energy, then I think he'll run a good race.
There's a couple of ifs in the answer there, but if it does happen, then he's a player.
Yeah, no, definitely. I didn't get him in the end, but I wouldn't be surprised he ran all right. The reason I didn't put him in is he's up to 132 pounds. He's not the biggest horse. And although he carried 130 there and ran second, I think he was just feeling it towards the end of it.
Yeah, I think it's a competitive race and you want to have all the advantages he can, and I don't think he's quite got that from gate 9 this time round, but he's had a very good season last year and there's no reason why he can't go reasonably well.
All right, but generous heart for you, Paul?
Yeah, I'm going to go give him the opportunity to run back-to-back. He comes up in grade lightweight, but I just like the way he won that race. Who else but you from the front? If he's... Frankie Lord's got him going really well at the moment. It's just barrier 12 put me off a little bit, but he was a really good horse last year when he was with Paul O'Sullivan. He just shown that he's back to some of that form. What John said, the dollar reward hit the line very strongly. Harbour Alert's quite consistent. I'll go exotics, but I've got 11 on top.
Yep, dollar reward hit the line very strongly last time. I think the faster they go up front, the better for him. And Alexi Bedell yet to strike so far back in Hong Kong on this little stint that he's on. But I think he's got a pretty good chance here. Generous Heart is progressive. He can definitely handle the step up in grade. Wonderful Fight is interesting. Moreira's got a really good record on him and he could get himself in a good position. And I do like Who Else But You. Maybe not on this particular occasion to win, but certainly to be there or thereabouts. But if you're wanting a play in the race, I'd just suggest win and place, although maybe just go straight on the nose, number 8, dollar reward.
Yeah, I'm with you, John. Same tiers in actual fact. 8, 11, 3, 2 for me and for 4th spot. One more race to go then. Race number 8 plus all the best bets. That's up next.